Hi, this is Rick Eimer with the Palo Alto Weekly. We're here today with senior Elena Radeff and sophomore Millie Muir, members of the Sacred Heart Prep volleyball team that is now 2-0 in WBAL action after beating Mitty and I think Notre Dame San Jose. And these two are the keys. She recorded like almost 100 assists for the two games. She had over 50 kills for the two games. Really impressive performances by both of them. And I think beating Menlo was probably the key because they've been pretty good over the years. Kind of talk about that game.
That's definitely always a big game for us every year. And I think coming into this season, we knew as a team we had all the pieces because we have such a talented team. We knew that if we capitalized on what we worked on in practice, we'd be able to get the job done against another really talented team.
Great. And you guys started out in the Spike Fest, and you had a pretty good fight Spike Fest. You only lost it once, I think, as I recall. So kind of talk about that tournament, how that set up your season.
Well, I think that at the start of Spike Fest, we were definitely faced with a lot of adversity, having the few injuries that we did. And so I think we really just battled through that, and it just showed like the grit, and I think that's really going to be what separates us this season.
Great. And I know 2 years ago you were on the team that went to the state finals, which was pretty exciting. I think you came back and won, you beat teams that you had lost to earlier in the season. So, I mean, it shows your growth. Kind of, how does that help you this year as a senior?
I think having that experience under my belt and some other players on the team's belt helps a lot because we know what it takes to make it that far, and we can translate that to this season because we have such a special group of girls that we can just capitalize on everything that we need to. And the hard work that we possess as a team is really unique to this squad, so I think we definitely have the potential.
Great. Now, you get to set for people like this. Just talk about your communication, how you learn to about each other.
I think Elena and I had played with each other in the past in club volleyball, and so I think we really just built on that when I got here. And I mean, it's pretty easy to set her when you have such a good hitter who can just really make every ball. She can make the most out of every play, and so I think just we talk all the time. You'll always see us laughing on the court and chatting it up, and I think that really has a lot to do with our team's success.
Yeah, now I also just remember that Kate Dessler was a really good hitter when she was here, and you probably saw her, how that works. Now you're kind of the person in charge. You get to do all those things. What did it mean to have her kind of lead you, and how are you feeling this year?
I think having great role models like Kate definitely helps me and other players on our team in our game, just trying to be the best we can be. Like we said, getting such great sets from Millie is definitely helps a lot because she knows exactly where she needs to place the ball, and she plays such an important role on our team. And I think going into this year, knowing that we each have our own important role on the team.
You've become a good leader because of her too?
Yeah, I think having her as someone to come before us, we have such a great example set, and we know that we have such potential with this team that we can go far this season.
Right, now Kate is also playing in college, so we have to point that out. And you're only a sophomore, and yet I understand you've already committed to Duke, which congratulations on that. And every year Duke is getting more and more athletes from this area. What's the attraction?
I think it's just an amazing school. The balance of academics and athletics was something that really drew me to the program, and I'm sure a bunch of other athletes, as you said, in this area. And I just fell in love with the campus and the people.
Great. And did you just want to get it out of the way early, or I mean, you just love Duke that much?
I love Duke. It was hard to say no to them.
Great. And I know you're going to Santa Clara next year to play, and you kind of talked about the camp you went to this year. Kind of talk about that camp.
Yeah, I think the program is something that's really special. They have a great coaching staff and a great group of girls. I think the balance of academics and athletics is something that I was looking for as well, and being able to find that in a school that I love so much, that I can totally see myself there. I'm really excited to be able to immerse myself in the culture because all the girls that I've seen go through have nothing but positive things to say about it, and it's something I'm really excited for.
Great. No, I was just thought of a question for you. But as a freshman, you kind of had to step in after that state championship appearance and kind of assume control of the team of much older people. But what kind of experience was that, and does that help you now?
Well, I think last year we had such great senior leadership, and that made my role pretty easy. I didn't have to step in and be the sole leader of the team. We had people like Elena, Ali Polverari, who really held our team up and held me to a high standard. So I had great role models before me.
Great. So we've been talking to Elena Radeff and Millie Muir. I keep having trouble with that. And they've been our athletes of the week, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you want to find out about next week's Athlete of the Week, hit that subscribe button down below or visit us at pasportsonline.com.